We're here at Imagine PR with Matt Ricks, the technology coordinator for this company, and we're talking to him about why social networking is so important and why companies should have websites and all this stuff with the new buzz of social networking.
Well, to start with, the websites are crucial for any starting company because in today's day and age, especially mobile sites are imperative because the first thing people do now is they go to their phone first to find information. Nobody uses Yellow Pages, and yes, it's yellowpages.ca. And if you don't have a web presence, you're already missing a huge part of the market. Even if you look at the older age groups, they're all starting to use smartphones now because they have bigger text options for them to be able to dial with and stuff. So even they're using smartphones and tablets to find the information that they need. There are 7 billion people on the planet Earth now, and 6 billion of them use the internet every year. That's a pretty large market to miss out on just because you don't feel like having a website or think that it's relevant. And social networking right now is the buzz. There's hundreds, thousands of companies using social networking as their marketing campaigns. Nobody is ignoring it anymore. It's not a fad. It's not going away. We actually have to invest time and money as a company now into training our employees on how to handle social networking and the implications that social networking can have, good and bad, and how to handle those things. If you look at smaller companies, they'll do product launches using Facebook and Twitter. And in Hamilton especially, Hamilton is a huge social media outlet. And we have one of the largest followings of social media in the province.
Do you think that the traditional billboards and stuff like that is, in the past now, or do you think there's still a place for advertising to the mass market, and that type of tradition, is that still relevant?
It is most definitely relevant. You still can't ignore traditional advertising means. It really depends on the message and the product that you're trying to put out there.
Do you think that there's been a large convergence of different types of media and that they're not as separated as they were before, say between television, print, and radio?
Definitely not as separated as they used to be. Most campaigns are completely integrated across the board now, from billboards to social media to radio ads. They all have to connect. Branding is huge, and more important than ever these days is keeping your brand consistent across all mediums, because people have more information today than they ever have. Most people know more about your product than you do. By the time they call you these days, it's very scary. An expert said just last week to me that right now the public owns your brand, and which is a scary concept. You can no longer control your brand. Once you put it out there, it's theirs to play with as they wish, and they have so much access to it now.
Do you think that's where public relations may come in, and they could help steer, to say if a product is good or bad instead of just traditional advertising? They can help with that?
Yes, and for example, Imagine PR, we use the social media to steer people where we want them and how. And if you can get the general public engaged in the way that you want them to, you'll get more and more people following along those lines. Trying to do it on your own, again, it depends on your budget and what your actual end goal is, and a lot of times you're able to do that, but using professionals to do it who are trained on how to manage such things, it's a much better concept.
Well, there we have it. It looks like technology is the way of the future, and there's no way around it. So if you are a new and upcoming company, you better find yourself a good PR company to help brand yourself and get you a good website.